Good evening, everyone. Jose J Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. We got Sunday coaching series. 8 p.m. continues. Zoom. We're live on Zoom and Instagram. We're live on as well. We've been live on Instagram for a few minutes now, so they've already gotten pretty much all the. You can see, okay, all the up information. Okay, the next call is Tuesday. We'll talk about all this towards the end of the call. Okay, the call for tonight on coaching series here is documents, closings, legality. Okay, how do you do proper due diligence? And again, on this call, Sunday coaching series, this is a 30-minute call. So we go through as much as we can. We obviously ask any questions you have, drop a comment, raise your hand, unmute yourself. Same for Instagram over here. Y'all can do the same thing. But if you want more in-depth, okay, if you got a lot more questions and a lot more to, because it's only so much I can cover in 30 minutes. I'll go ahead and tell you a due diligence thoroughly. That's a good 75 minutes maybe. Which takes me to Wednesday. On Wednesdays, we have the coaching. It's a little more direct, but it's similar to what we're doing here. It's on Zoom. All right. But that call is anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. That is for members only. So if you want to sign up, go to GarciaMHU.com. Basically, what we're doing right now for anybody who is new is whatever the call is going to be on Wednesday, we're doing it on that Sunday. So we'll cover that topic on Sunday. But if you want to learn a lot more into it, jump on that membership, and you can do a one-time trial at no cost. So come and try it out if it's something you like. And I mean, for the cost of it, I think it's $29.99. I feel like I'm selling you something right off the bat, and I'm not. If it's something that you want to get into, come and join us on there. But okay, we got that, and no questions, I assume, at this time. Let's go ahead and jump right on it. It's 8 o'clock, so I definitely want to cover as most as I can on this call for y'all. Okay. So when you talk about legality, okay. Let me see here. Oh, come on. Jesus. All right. When you talk about, can everybody on Zoom see no, you cannot. You can see my old screen. I'm going to show you my new screen here. All right. Everybody on I know Instagram you can. Zoom, can everybody see the title? There, let's let a couple more people in here. Yes, awesome. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Prim. Okay. All right. So let's jump right in. When you're talking about closings, documents, big difference. This is where really, truly, you have a big difference between mobile homes and real estate. Mobile homes are not. All right. Admit everybody. Come on now. Mobile homes are not real estate. Okay. When you think about mobile homes, you're thinking about personal property. What is personal property? Okay. Very similar to a car, a motorcycle. Okay. It has a title. Okay. Y'all be sure to mute yourselves as you're coming in, just so we can avoid a little bit of background noise. So the closings are very much the same thing. You have a bill of sale and you have a title. If you have a double wide, okay, you have two titles versus one. A lot of cities, counties are starting to combine them now. So you will see one title. And that's why I'm trying to show you this title here, because I want you to be able to see it and tell. Every state, every state for the most part, they don't really change colors or the way they're written out between cities. Georgia, you have this ugly brown I call. South Carolina, you have, I think, reddish. Florida's green, all kinds of different ones. And it's not just the color of them, it's where the information is at. But you have to be able to verify all the above within the title and the mobile home. So we're going to talk about that, okay? Okay, quickly on the title, pretty self-explanatory, okay? The biggest, most important thing on this title is the VIN number, which stands for Vehicle Identification Number. A lot of people call it serial number, okay? Some people call it a deed. It's not a deed, it's a title, okay? We're not talking real estate. So the VIN number is what you want to see. Now, like I mentioned, if it's a double wide, okay, you're going to have two numbers on it. Therefore, two titles. Now, if it's combined, you will have the same, typically the same VIN number, but you will see at the end that it says A and B or A/B. Okay, when you think of a double wide, think about two single wides put together. That's all the double wide is, regardless of the size of it. Even transportation wise, they're carried separately. When they get to the location, wherever they're being stationed at, they put them together. So that's two single wides put together, therefore two titles. You will have to see the A side and B side. If you're buying a double wide and they give you only one title, that's fine as long as I see both of the letters. If I see the VIN number and only the letter B or only the letter A, I'm going to ask for the other one. Okay, they're obviously missing one. And yes, you need both. Okay. The year, the make, the model, you need to know all this information because part of the due diligence, which we'll get into, you'll have to verify all the above, not just the VIN number. Okay. Very important. And yes, this is a voided title. I got many of these. Okay. A lot for examples. Okay. When you're doing a due diligence, and I'm going to kind of go skip a couple parts here before I show you bill of sale, but this is important. Mobile homes can have liens on it, which means that people borrow against their title. Most places that you can borrow to a mobile home, they don't keep the title. You would figure that they keep the title and just give it back to you almost like a buy here, pay here kind of vehicle. Once you pay them back off, they give you the title, everybody's happy, good to go. It's not how it works. All they do is they'll put the information on it on the first lien. I love mobile homes have lien 2, lien 3. Okay. You know, it's so hard to get a loan on a mobile home as is that, you know, when you get one, you know, regardless of how much they've loaned you, you're already a success anyway, because less and less people are starting to lend on mobile homes, but you'll have one here anyway. So once you have that, you know, in order to be able to verify if that lien is off the title, okay, and this is where we're going to start with the due diligence, okay, tax assessors and or DMV. Write that down. Tax assessors and or DMV. That is the place we want to call to verify any details with the mobile home and or taxes. We're going to get into that and or liens with the title. Okay. I am looking to buy a mobile home at 123 Smith Road, wherever state. Okay. I'm going to call that local county tax assessors and I'm going to let them know that, sir or ma'am, I'm looking to buy a mobile home at this specific address. Okay. And I want to make sure that the taxes, okay, because here's the thing, okay, and this is a mistake that I see a lot of investors doing. When you buy a mobile home, personal property, even if they give you the title, if it has a lien on it, if they owe taxes on it, and or if it's in a park and they owe lot rent, okay, if you buy it and you close on that deal, all that debt is, get in there, all that debt becomes yours. Yes, you can buy a mobile home that somebody owes 20, 30,000 if it's a newer unit. And that is something that you're going to have to pay. So it is very important. Now, when you talk about real estate, you know, this is technically why they have a broker, an attorney, okay? And of course, even a realtor here somewhere. But for mobile homes, for personal property, even though a lot more, I'm seeing a lot more firms do it now. And it's kind of pricey, okay? But if you feel more secure, you feel good about doing it with them, by all means. I'm going to say, you know, all it takes is a little bit of legwork, a few phone calls, and you can gather the same information. Not to mention, you know, as quickly as these mobile homes are selling, by the time you call a firm and they get to you and they do it for you, and I mean, you're talking about losing out on a deal. So I would not suggest that. But again, you know, if it makes you feel better, sleep better at night, have at it. But this is the things that you're checking for is the lien. If there is a lien, I'm okay with it. But if you look towards the bottom, okay, it will be signed off. Notice this one is not, which means that this lien would obviously still be considered a lien that is there, you know, regardless of what amount it may be. Now, here's a funny thing, okay? You can sign, the lender, the lien signs at the bottom and initials. Can anybody sign an initial John Doe National Bank at the bottom? Yes, which is why. Now you got another phone call to make. Even if I see the lien here and I see it signed off, I'm going to go ahead and Google John Doe National Bank and I'm going to give them a call. I'm going to let them know as well. I am buying a mobile home at 123 Smith, whatever road. Here's the VIN number. Here's the make and model. I just simply want to make sure that it is paid. It is paid, that you're paid off. I know I saw the signature, but it's just one more thing we confirm. That's all. Okay. Same thing you're going to do with the park management. If the mobile home is located inside a community, mobile home park, okay, you're going to call and you're going to tell them, hey, I'm looking to buy so-and-so address from so-and-so. I just want to make sure that the lot rent is up to date. Those are your 3 due diligence places that you're gonna call and you're gonna verify. DMV or tax successes for the title, for any liens, okay, and make sure that the taxes are up to date. If the taxes are not up to date, and it's been, most states that I work in is 2 years. After 2 years, if they don't pay the taxes, the mobile home goes on a tax sale, much like real estate. Yes, the same courthouse every Tuesday or every Wednesday, first of the month, or whatever your city county does, you will find that mobile home listed. Tip on that. Where can you find extra mobile home deals? I just told you. There you go. Okay. I will look at some of these chats here in a second. By the way, any questions, I will stop for a second and come back. So, but yes, tax accessors, DMV, if there is a lien written on here, if there's nothing on here, meaning that there's never been a lien on this title, I'm not concerned about that. Obviously, I know there is no lien. Okay. And then the lot rent, if it's in a mobile home park community, I want to make sure that, again, because you could be coming in too, and hey, they owe 2-3 months, they're getting ready to be evicted. You buy the mobile home, then you owe us 3 months. You don't want to come in and pay people. Now, it's not a deal breaker, and I'll say this lightly. 9 out of 10 people that are selling your mobile home are going to lie to you. Okay, is the lot rent up to date? Yes. No, it's not. Are the taxes up to date? Yes. Typically, no, it's not. Okay. So that being said, that's why we do a due diligence, and anything that they owe, I'm going to take care of it, but I'm going to take it away from whatever we might have offered on the mobile home. Most people are more shocked that I come back to them a day or 2 or however long it takes me and let them know, hey, I noticed that you had mentioned no, you didn't owe taxes or lot rent. But apparently you do. You owe 2 months worth of lot rent, which equals $300 each month, $600 plus fees, etc. And at the tax assessor's office, it looks like you owe a year this amount. They're usually pretty surprised. They didn't realize I could go and check all the above, which is public records, by the way. Okay, qpublic.net. There's another tip for you. Use it. It's free. And therefore, I'll let them know I am still very interested in the deal. But I'm not here to pay anybody's bills. So if we can deduct that from the what we offered you, I'd be happy to take the deal. Simple as that. I yet to hear somebody say, no, we can't take that. Again, they're usually more surprised, shocked that I found the information anyway, that it is what it is. And it is. I mean, a deal's a deal. Now, here's one thing that they may tell you. Oh, well, I was going to pay it as soon as I got your money. Funny thing about when you buy a mobile home from somebody, whether they live in a park or a piece of land or whatever it may be, you're never able to make contact with those people again. It's like they drop off the side of the earth. That being said, is once you close on that deal and you bought it, it is yours forever and you will never find them. So make sure that all your due diligence is done right, so that when you do hand money, because that's the last step, is handing money over. You hand money, they hand you a title, and that's a done deal. So, unless you plan on seeking them somehow, it is a done deal. So just make sure on that. Any questions before I move into the bill of sale real quick here? And same for Instagram. You can drop a comment. Jay, am I getting audio? Martha, I hope that was corrected there. I think everybody can hear me. So make sure. Okay, let's see. All right. Did anybody get the name of who to call? Okay, GMHU posted on there. Look up tax access DMV, whatever. Okay. Be ready to join. Okay, great. Thanks for the notes. Q Public, County. Yep, good info. Absolutely. qpublic.net. I mean, use it. It's free and you can get so much information. Some people say there's too much of my information out there. No, that's public records. That's what it's there for. Okay. All right. Good stuff so far. I'm moving along. So we're going to get into the backside. Okay. How to fill out a title. I'll show you. I mean, pretty simple, but I want to show you anyway, of course. I don't know why my computer keeps trying to load. What is it loading? Here we go. Share screen. Okay, the backside, and again, okay, be mindful. Every title is a little bit differently, but everything is the same thing. Okay, on the backside of it, And this is what we're going to get into, why you need to use a bill of sale as well. Can a bill of sale replace a title? Y'all answer that. I'll get to that in a second. On the back side of this title, all you have is a signature and a print with a date for both the buyer and the seller. Please make sure that the seller signs where the seller is supposed to sign. We've had that mistake, and no, it isn't costly, but it's time consuming. If the seller puts his or her name on under the buy, you cannot go in there and put your name under the seller if you're not the seller, and vice versa. What's going to happen is they're going to have to go reapply for another title at the DMV and or tax assessors, which takes 7 to 10 business days. That could hinder your deal. That can put you on hold. It is time consuming. So make sure, and yes, I am on top of them when they're signing. I want to make sure seller sign where you're supposed to. In the Georgia title, left side is where the seller signs and prints. Right side is where the transfer, buyer signs and prints. Top right corner, you put the date, and this title is good to go. Any questions on that? All right. So can a bill of sale replace a title? Anyone? All right, the answer. Thank you, Victor. The answer is yes and no. Okay. And there's a gray area. Okay. I'm gonna just jump right into and tell you how it can work and why you should accept the only bill of sale in certain places and why you should not in most others. All right, a bill of sale backs up a title. Everything that you see on the title, you're going to input into the bill of sale. A bill of sale you can even do before the deal is completed. Let's say I'm buying a mobile home from a seller a week before they move out. You know, they need a week, 2 weeks, 30 days. It doesn't matter. Okay, they need time before they move out, but they want to go ahead and lock it under agreement. Okay, that's where a bill of sale can come into hand. You put in consideration of the sum of, and every bill of sale is different. Some of this bill of sale that you see here, if you follow our GMHU coaching education, you can request that. We can send you this bill of sale. Plenty fine. There's 2 sheets to it, but you're just data entry. In the sum of whatever y'all agree to. Mailing address, buyer and seller, fill this top, okay, address and name, signature. And then at the bottom, manufacturer, model. You're just copying information from the title, putting it on here. Remember, I said the VIN number. A lot of times it's considered called serial number. That's okay. Same thing. Serial number, VIN number, same thing. Size of the mobile home. Okay. If you don't know, the size of the mobile home typically is not located on the title. That's something you're going to have to find on the HUD data. I'll show you what that looks like and what that is in a second. Worst case scenario, bring out your tape measure and yes, measure the mobile home. We've had to do that before. Okay. Year manufacturer, that's the year the mobile home was actually made, and location of the home. If it's in a community park, do not just put the address of the mobile home park. Okay. You're going to have to put the lot number, whatever that may be, and then the address on it. The bottom line here is the above described mobile home is sold free and clear of any liens, encumbrances, or mortgages. Seller certifies that they are all legal and true owner of the mobile home. The mobile home is to be sold as is. Pay attention to that. Condition with the following conditions. Okay. So this is where, because remember the title, all you get to do is verify the front and sign the back. Any special notes, any special deals you might be doing with the seller, you don't get to write none of that on there. So this is why you need a bill of sale. So let's say you are buying a mobile home that the seller is moving in 14 days, 15 days. Okay. They need 15 days to move out. They're going to get a U-Haul and go get a house, whatever they're doing. Okay. In 15 days, they are going to turn in the mobile home to you and the title along with the keys. And that's when you're going to hand them the money. Do not hand the money up front. That's a very early mistake of mine as an investor. Okay. Instagram, yes, I'm watching you on there. Any questions on there, just drop them on there and I will answer them as well. Okay. So I'm going to list that on here. Let's say with the sale, we're getting a fridge, a stove, a washer, and a dryer, appliances, right? Do not write appliances. Be specific. Along with the sale, we will get the mobile home, the washer, the dryer, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. You want to be specific. And once upon a time, we had a mobile home like this where I don't need appliances. We don't even put appliances in our mobile homes anymore. One, Most, if it's rentals, people take them with them when they move out. If they're buying the mobile home, usually they're not nice enough, which is all fine. So we just stopped putting appliances in them. But the deal that we had done with the seller was we offered him just a little bit more, and it was more the principle there. He said, well, you get the washer and dryer with it. So I said, it's fine. It is what it is. Okay, so we locked it up. I think it was like $3,000. So we put on there, home will come with a washer and a dryer, et cetera, et cetera. And this also goes for landscape. Maybe they'll agree to, hey, we'll cut the grass one more time around the lot. Write everything on here. If you need to add a few more lines, do it. But this specific seller, once he moved out, he realized, well, I do need my washer and I need my dryer. So he decided to take it. So here we come, whatever allocated time we gave him, here we are to sign the final title, pick up the keys, obviously get the home and pay him. So we do one final walkthrough. And sure enough, hey, washer and dryer appliances are missing. So we question them. Well, I realized that I do need them. So I decided to take them. I don't really think you needed them anyway. So he states, did I need them? No, I did not. That's beside the point. It's on the agreement. Now, here's one thing about it. If we already agreed to something here, everything is signed. I'm going to show you the second page. And you do not abide by your own agreement, you're breaching your own contracts, your own documents. We're not going to do that, right? So what we did was it helped us out as a negotiation tactic. All right, well, that's plenty fine. You took them, okay, but I'm going to have to replace them now. So I'm going to have to either you bring them back or I'm going to have to deduct $500 from whatever we offered you. He went on to a whole, no, it doesn't cost you. You go up the street. They have some refurbished ones. You can get one for 100, another one for 150. No, you can get them for 100, 150. I'm going to deduct either 500 or you bring them back. That was the two options. He brought them back. So that's where we were at that. Okay. Part of the contract, part of the agreement, because that's what we're agreeing to. And again, this is why it backs up the title. On the title, you can't write off any of this. And don't ever try to agree with somebody who he said, she said, it's not going to, if you end up going to court, it's not going to work for you. Okay. You have to put it in writing. So that's why you're doing a bill of sale. The back of the bill of sale, okay. Zoom, let me know if you can see the back of the bill of sale. In witness whereof the buyer and the seller agree to the terms of this bill of sale, you put the date on it, the day of, and the month and the year. Buyer signs, prints, dates. Seller signs, prints, dates. Okay. Witness. Always have a second person to witness. It could be a partner of you. It could be a relative, 18 or above, obviously, and have them there with you, just overseeing the deal. Okay. Make sure they're seeing the deal, by the way. They can't be out walking around and, oh, he was just kind of there. Okay. Because they're going to have to sign as well. Do you have to notarize the bill of sale? If it makes you feel better, go about it. Okay. In the states where I operate in, I have never done one, and I've been to court many times and didn't need one. So, with that witness there, it helped me out. Pedro, go ahead.
Hey, so you would just write that on the first page, because I do the same thing when I'm buying a piece of property under the terms. I write laundry, washer, dryer, fridge, stove, microwave, all that. But for the deduction, can you write it in as it's automatic and they sign it the day that you're in front of them? So they know from the very beginning?
Yeah, you could. You could put that on there. I mean, that's just one step ahead. By all means, you could. To me, it's just always been one of those last minute negotiations, because if not, I'm terminating it. It's basically the way I'm putting it to them.
Okay.
They breached the contract. We had it in place. You knew what was what. You didn't call me. You didn't text me something. You just decided you didn't think I didn't need it. So, but you could put on there, if appliances were to be removed, we will deduct X amount from the final sale. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Anybody on Instagram? All right. And I'm moving. We are winding down time. You saw what I told you about this. This lesson was longer than 30 minutes. That's why y'all got to join my Wednesday call as another bill of sale. Okay. So how do you verify? All right. Can everybody on Zoom see the HUD data? Okay. How do you verify that the title that you're getting actually belongs to the mobile home that you're getting? If somebody's trying to sell you a 2000 Fleetwood, whatever, okay, and they hand you a title for a Ford F-150, it's not going to work, right? It's not going to check out. And yes, they try to give you, the worst one was I pulled up in Central Georgia once upon a time. They were selling me a double wide. And as soon as the seller got there, he was in a quotations hurry, plenty fine. But he hands me a small title, which right away, remember, double wides, 2 titles, single wides, 1 title. But I'm plenty fine. I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's already been combined into 1 title. That's plenty fine. So I'm checking on him. And as soon as I start reading the title, it said utility trailer. Utility trailer is the little bitty trailers that, lawn cares haul with a little long lawnmower on the back. That's what a utility trailer is. I think you can rent those things now, by the way. But yeah. So I look at him and I tell him, did you bring me the right title? He was sure that here's what had happened. He bought it with that title. He could not move it to his land because of something with the city, and he just basically was fed up with it. So he was going to turn around and sell it back out and make a little money, or at least break even. But he was given the wrong title to begin with. So therefore, we weren't able to obviously make a deal there. I try to walk him through the best of, but he wouldn't get coaching, so we had to cut that off. But how do you verify? How do you verify a title? Okay, few ways. Yes, always verify everything. And this can be part of the city as well. When you call the tax assessors, you should have the title, the numbers, take a picture, take whatever you need, and confirm that those numbers check out. Another way, let's say you're buying this over the weekend. Tax assessors nowhere to be found. So what you need to do is while you're inside the mobile home, you need to find the HUD data. This is what this is. This is typically located in the master bedroom closet, in the cabinet, either in the kitchen or in the laundry, depending on the year, the make of the mobile home. Some don't have laundry, so obviously you don't look there. And or we've seen it in the electric panel door box. Open that up and you'll see it on there. So there's a few ways that you can find it. This is nothing more than the size of a sheet, almost like a sticker stuck. It can easily be torn off or painted over, which is a terrible thing, right? But you're going to look on this, and if you look at it, it will give you every piece of information that you need, okay? Even the wind zone, which that's for another call. What does wind zone mean? We'll talk that for another call in moving mobile homes. But on the top, you're going to see the year, the make, the model, the VIN number or VIN numbers, if it's a double wide, and every other piece of information that you need. If it's even a letter or a number off, the title does not belong to this mobile home. It would be the same thing with the car. If you see the VIN number and you compare the title, if there's a letter that's missing or a letter that's different or a number, it obviously does not match that mobile home that you're trying to buy. So pay extra attention to those numbers. Same for double wides. Like I say, double wides can get a little tricky sometimes. Sometimes it's not the same VIN number. Sometimes you do have 2 different VIN numbers and then an A and a B. You just have to confirm and make sure that all the above checks out. If this got painted, it got thrown away or whatever happened to it, there's other place that you can find the VIN number, because that's all you need, really, the VIN number. All right, I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is the tongue, the hook, the front of the mobile home. Y'all go to y'all's nearest Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and get you a brush, a grill brush, where you cook barbecue, the same type of brush you use. Buy you one and take it with you. If the tongue is still on the mobile home or under, a lot of times they get taken off and they get put under the mobile home, brush this area lightly and the VIN number will be on there. Sometimes the VIN number is on the side. As you can see, this one a lot better here. All you're doing is verifying. As long as I can read this number and it confirms that that's what the mobile home is, that's all you need. It's good to go. Last resort. I cannot find
any tongue on there. Couldn't you just put any tongue on there or the hook?
A lot of times, yes, when it's already transported to a location and it gets cut off on welded or unscrewed, however it was put on there. And if they take it with them, a lot of movers, if it's going to be moved again, they'll bring what they call a universal tongue and they'll put it on there. That typically doesn't have any numbers on it. But you could go cut one off somewhere, put it on there. So, we don't see that as much. That usually takes a little too much work for people to do. So, and movers are not going to do that. But if you don't have the HUD data and you don't have the tongue, nowhere to be found, okay, you will find a HUD data plate. This is either located on the front side or back side, never on the sides of the mobile home. And it's nothing more than a business card size plate that is stuck on there. If this is painted over, you can lightly brush it and you will get the numbers. All you need is the top right corner number, okay? That is not the VIN number. That's not the VIN number, okay? I've had people, investors come, hey, you told me about this, but it still doesn't match. It's not supposed to match. This is a number that you're going to have to go through a whole, it's going to take you some time. It's not as expensive as it is lengthy. You're going to have to find an insurance company that deals with mobile homes. You're going to have to make some calls, and we have a lot of numbers that we can provide. So a lot more steps on that. This overall covers due diligence on mobile homes. Okay, there's a few more steps. There's a lot more thing. I try to cover as much in 30 minutes for y'all. Okay, but overall it's confirming that they have a title, that there's no liens, that there's no taxes owed, that there's no lot rent. Okay, and that the title actually belongs to the mobile home. Any questions? I'm going to pay attention to Instagram real quick. Let me see. Georgia website. What website are you using to find the owner? Visit us on Wednesday. Happy to tell you. Let's see if I find a mobile home. How can I skip the trace property? Okay. All right, a couple things on there. So good deal, good deal. Thank you. Instagram, any more questions on there? Put them on there. Oh, thank you, Martha. Awesome. All right. So Wednesday coming up, we have the same call, but we'll get into a little bit more. We'll show you some current titles. Some current titles we're having some issues with. You'll be able to see some concerns that you should be looking at as well as how to use QPublic online. A lot of times, if you can't get a hold of anybody, there are sites online that we log in and we get a lot more information from without having to make phone calls. Okay. How to communicate with certain part managers and certain banks. We'll talk about that as well. That's Wednesday at 8 p.m. Standard Time. Visit GarciaMHU.com for that and sign up or send us a message if you have not attended any of those and would like to do a first time trial. Tuesday, we got a lot more deals and we're picking up. I have made connections with over 30 mobile home parks just in the month of January. So we're off to a phenomenal start. Okay. That's one connection a day. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. How many calls are you making? Okay. How many connections are you making? If you want to be in this business and you want to get deals, you're going to have to pick up that phone and dial. You're going to hear a lot of no's. I don't care to work with you. We don't need any assistance, et cetera, et cetera. I always say for every no, there's a yes right around the corner. So keep on at it. Okay. But what this does with us getting these connections, this networking, I can bring you that many more deals. And that's exactly what we picked up. We just picked up a few more deals in South Carolina, which if you've been listening to and tuning into this call, we told you that South Carolina was going to be a hot area for us and for anybody. I mean, my gosh, South Carolina is the capital of mobile homes. They are everywhere. So we got, yes, 100 sheets. Okay. So we got the Darlington, South Carolina that we have added to at this time. Latta, South Carolina that we've added to this time. A lot of those, we just need mobile homes. There is ways for y'all to connect with us right now without having to buy anything, come out of pocket, no money, and still make money with us. Join us on Tuesday. We're going to present a lot of those deals. If you have a deal, okay, you think you have a deal, bring it on there. Just like tonight's call, it's full of mobile home investors, people just like you doing the same thing. Is it possible that maybe you can connect with somebody on here and sell it to? Okay, we have that. Wednesday, of course, like I said, the coaching. Saturday mornings, we're still doing the networking. Saturday mornings is nothing more than just connecting. A few people have messaged me. When is the next shadow? When is the next shadow event? We did the last shadow event back in October. Okay, it's typically either the third or the last week of the month. The shadow me event is where y'all get to come out. Small group. Once those seats are sold, they're sold. Small group gets to come out to a mobile home park side by side with me. We take you out and we show you distressed mobile homes. We show you how we would rehab a mobile home, how to determine the value, Okay, because a lot of you are getting into mobile homes and you see a lot of distress and you're just simply making offers. You cannot make offers on mobile homes that you don't know what the current value as is. So we teach you how to do the above. At this event, we have park managers, park owners, handymen, contractors. You get to ask every question you can think at this one shadow event. So for those of you asking, and for those of you new on this call, okay, or watching this a replay tomorrow, we're looking at either the 3rd or 4th week of March. That's what we're thinking. It's probably going to be East or Central Georgia at this time, but we're going to start blasting it, put a lot of details. Anybody wants to join that, visit GarciaMHU.com. Go ahead and save a seat. It's going to fill up quick. Last year, we were doing that once a month. Once a month, we had that shadow meet. We're not doing that this year. We didn't know for sure if we were going to do it every other month, but I think we're going to do it every 3 months. And the reason behind it, it's now a 2-day event. First day is a classroom setting like. You get to learn everything there is to know about mobile home investing and parks, okay? And along with that, next day is where we have a shuttle. They'll pick us up and they'll take us to a community park of our choice, where we're currently having the most distressed fixer-uppers, rehabs going on. And that's where you're going to go out and learn by my side how I invest in mobile homes. Okay. All right. That's enough announcements for tonight. So great call tonight, I think. Yeah, welcome to give my feedback on this. Absolutely. Okay. Let's see. No other questions real quick before I end the call. If no other questions, I will see you all on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Let's Do Deals. All right. Everybody have a great night. Thank you for watching.